We are out at Ruesi Cave, and I can't pronounce it right. And I showed it to my wife and asked her, and she didn't know, so I'm going to put the name of it down in the description, and y'all can figure it out for yourself. But as you can see, looks like we had a big tree come down. And this place was not easy to find. I never knew it was here. I'm looking on the internet the other day, and I just happened to see it. And you know, I've lived here 10 years and never knew anything about it, so I figured, well, might be something to come and check out. But this is the entrance right here off the parking lot, so you can tell. I almost missed it. I walked up the road a little ways because I said, I don't see anything, but it's definitely the entrance right here. You see you got a little walking path and steps going down, and a couple of spirit houses right here. There we go. Makes it a little easier to see. It's nice and peaceful, nice and cool. And this place is just past Doi Sutep before you get to the palace. And there's another spirit house over here. I don't know what the going is going to be like. I read on the internet that it's a lot of steep walking, but we can handle that. I'm not going to leave this thing on for too terribly long for y'all. But we'll go down a little ways and I'll turn it back on. And if we run into anything interesting to see, I'll show you. But this is a pretty tree. Funny markings on the tree. But it's nice out here. And I'm probably the only one out here. We're just going to take the steps and we'll take them real slow. Like I said, I have no idea how far down this thing is. There wasn't a lot of information on the internet about it. It's supposed to be a cave, but in fact, I think it's probably just some kind of temple in some rocks. Anyway, I'm going to turn this thing off for right now and walk down a little bit further, and I'll turn it back on. Well, we've walked down a little ways, not too far, and looks like we're going down a pretty steep bank from here on down. But the steps are, you know, they're good solid, and there's a nice railing, so it shouldn't be too hard to get down there. And like I said, I have no idea how far it is, but we'll find out when we get there. Anyway, enjoy the trip. As y'all can see, that's a pretty steep bank right there. But it's good. The steps are real good. It looks like it goes down quite a ways. But anyway, here we go. And we'll start heading down. It's really cool to find places like this out in the middle of nowhere. Especially when there's not a lot of tourists. And we may get down to a part that's not quite as easy going as this, but so far it's a nice walk. It's just straight down steps. And again, whatever you go down, you got to go back up. This looks real pretty down here. There's rocks on either side. Oh yeah, it gets a lot steeper down here. Looks like we're almost going straight down. Oh yeah. Oh, that ought to be fun. As long as you get something, yeah, see it goes that way. And across that log over there. But we'll just go slow and take it easy. Because again, if I fall down and get hurt out here, somebody'd find me, but I don't know when. Not the easiest steps. They've made them a little bit higher than what's normal, but you're looking down into a gorge down there. Pretty cool. Well, let's head off in this direction. I'll give y'all a little bit of a rest. Well, we made it down that far. keep pushing on. Looks like it kind of flattens out here. Big rocks. Well, it looks like it's going to get a little bit tricky up in here. Looks like they've done away with the steps, but we'll see where it goes. And again, I'm only watching where I'm walking, but I'm also watching for snakes. Yeah, there's a little bridge right there. Cool. We'll hit that bridge. I'm amazed that this place is not as well known as what it is. Because like I said, I've lived here over 10 years, and I've never really heard of it. So, wow. That's wild. Now, that may be the cave. I don't know. We're going to keep on walking. Picture that I saw, it had water coming out of it. Looks like at one time they had a Buddha statue in there. Interesting. Wow, look down there. That is cool. You're really out in the jungle. Wow, this is that rock. There we go. I think we found the cave right there. And it just goes down into a little ravine. Right there. So cool. There's vegetation everywhere. Yes, we've made it to the cave. It looks like I have brooms up here sweeping everything. Way cool. Yeah, that doesn't look like anything we're going to be exploring today. I didn't even bring a light. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not a hands and knees National Geographic explorer. I'm sorry. Looks like there's probably a monk living here. So cool. I love seeing stuff like this and finding it. Over here you get two Buddhas. Really cool. And then a spirit house right here. Pretty neat. To look around a little bit. Looks like they probably had some kind of a Buddha statue right here. And again, there's writing on the side of the temple, or on the side of the cave. I don't know exactly what it says, but it looks like they keep this area up because there's some brooms. Cool. Way cool. Well, I'm going to turn this thing off for a minute. And I brought a banana and some water. And I think I'm going to have that and then maybe explore around a little bit. This is not a hard place to get to by any means. Now going back up, we may we may have some issues, but we'll just go one step at a time. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off and get some water and relax for a few minutes. Time to take a rest. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of tore up. I'm still recovering from the last one. But it's so nice to get out here in the woods, and especially when there's nobody here. Kind of, you know, when I was a kid, I grew up in Massachusetts, and we were in the city, but we were still out, and we had a great big lake out in front of the house and things, and I could wander as much as I wanted to, as long as I could hear my dad whistle whenever it was time to come home. But and this kind of reminds me of it. And we had up behind my house in Massachusetts, there was a big ridge, and there were caves kind of like this. They weren't really, they were more rocks that had kind of fallen together and made like a little cave. And as kids, we had a little fort in there, and it was always cool in the summertime. We'd go up there and play. And this kind of reminds me of that. But you know, I wish that kids growing up today had the same things that I had when I was growing up, and the same experiences. You know, it just it's an enjoyable time. You know, growing up in the I was born in '55, so I kind of grew up in the '60s. And 60s and 70s and into the 80s. I think I was even still growing up into the 90s, but you know, it just kids today, they don't have the things that we had, and they don't experience it. And we're, you know, we as adults are falling into that too, you know, with our cell phones and our computers and all that. We're kind of leaning that way. But anyway, I'm going to finish my water and walk around a little bit, take a little bit more video, and then we'll start back up the stairs and get back into the city. And like I said, this is probably, on my GPS, it showed to be about 29 kilometers outside of Hangdong, which would make it probably about 12 or 13 kilometers from the city center. You go up past Doi Sutep, and you just keep driving past through Doi Sutep. And then you see a little parking area on the left-hand side, and you just pull in there, and the trail actually starts on the east side or the southeast side of the parking lot. Once you walk around the edges of the grass there, you'll see it. It's really easy to see to get in. But anyway, I'm going to shut this thing off and enjoy this water and take a little rest. Now, somebody said last time that I need to light 3 incenses. So that's what we're going to do. Trusty lighter here. It's not all wet. See, 3 this time. I did it right. Now I'll stick them over in here. There we go. Somewhere I'm going to leave a little money. We've got cigarettes here, candles. there. Surely nobody will steal it. Feel like an old man. Whew, I don't know if you can see me or not. I don't know if I have the camera turned right. But anyway, we'll turn this thing off for now. Pretty neat place. I enjoy finding stuff like this. It looks like a cane of some kind. This is really neat. And over here, get up here, you can see there's a Buddha up there. And a lying Buddha right below me here. I'll see if I can get over top of it. There we go. It's really cool. I'm going to try this again because I don't know if the first one was clear because I looked at my camera settings. I had my camera settings set wrong. If it came into focus or not. Sometimes I get too excited and get in too much of a hurry and don't check things before I set out. It's absolutely nice out here. I believe I could live out here. As long as I had internet and a 7-Eleven not too far away, I think I'd be okay. You can hear cars down there. We're not that far off the road, really. We're just down more the further than we're out. Walk back over in here and look down into the jungle. That is so cool. And I've seen pictures before where there was water flowing over there to the left, just right on the other side of that tree. And probably during rainy season, it's wet, and there's like a stream coming off the mountains. It looks real pretty. It runs down that ravine, but this is a humongous tree that's growing upside the mountain. Really nice. Get over here just a little bit more so you can see better down inside that ravine. So pretty. Well, I guess we'll collect our stuff and head back up. Some kind of writing up there. This thing is just huge, right over the top of our heads. I'm going to get another shot of this cave just in case the other ones came out blurry. I can't believe I left it on manual focus and didn't know it. But I'm not a professional at this by any means. So, but that's what's fun about it. Just getting out and learning. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little excursion. I did. It's just not as long as the last one, but and not as hard. The last one liked to wore me out, but we still haven't got out of here, so I may be talking too fast. But anyway, I'd recommend coming out and seeing it. You know, the steps going down are not too bad. It's not that bad of walking, and it's not a far drive outside of Chiang Mai. It's, you know, just up past Doi Sutep on the left-hand side. But it is definitely pretty, and it's so peaceful out here. There's nobody here, and it doesn't look like anybody's coming. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you enjoy videos like this. I'm not always going to be able to do them exactly like this because there's only so many places to see, and as I find them, I'll do them. But if you like stuff like this, subscribe to the channel, click like, hit the notification bell, because you never know what I'm going to come up with next time. And I'd hate for y'all to miss some of it. I mean, I know my video is not that great, but at least you're getting to see something that maybe you wouldn't normally see. But anyway, I'm going to head on out of here, and I'll take some video going out too, but head back to the bike and head back home. Anyway, appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. We'll head back over these rocks. I want to show you that bridge again. That tree is so cool. Man, that thing is big. Huge. I would venture to say we walked down from up there. Because the trail kind of wraps around. It's just amazing how the jungle grows around these rocks. The trees basically rooted on top, right on top of the rocks. You see down there? Just beautiful. May be a day trip again for some still pictures. Some big holes in the rocks over there. Cool. I know a lot of you laughing at me huffing and puffing, but it's a lot of work. This gear I'm using is not that light. I'm not one of the GoPro guys yet. I'm still using a mirrorless camera and a fairly heavy gimbal, but GoPro's a little bit too easy for me. But I did invest in a halfway decent cell phone, so I can get some good cell phone pictures sometimes. But other than that, wow, I just noticed that. I'm gonna shut this thing off and focus on this tree over here. That thing is just huge and goes straight up. I can't quite show you because it's just so high up, way up there. Wow. Amazing. I'd say that it's got to be a good distance around that tree. That's a big, big tree. Well, we'll head back up this way. I'm going to turn this thing off. I don't want to bore y'all. So we'll shut this off and head back up. Yeah, you can kind of get an idea how high up we are. Whew, taking a rest here. Kind of give you an idea what it looks like back here. But thing about walking up the stairs is till you get real close, you can't see on top of that step. And I'm kind of going slow just in case there's any slimy creatures laying across these steps, because the rocks are a lot cooler than the ground. And snakes like to be a little bit cool. But today is, it's kind of breezy, so maybe it's no big deal. Plus I'd probably worry too much about snakes. But that's life. I think in the 10 years that I've been here, I've chased one out of the house. Don't know what it was. Had another one in the front yard that they said was a cobra. My wife said it wasn't, but the two security guards that killed it said it was. And then out riding the bicycle, I've seen a few cobras crossing the road. And one of those Malaysian pit vipers I saw on the side of the road. He was already dead, but he was a monster. Right where I ride my bike. But again, they say if you leave them alone, they won't bother you. I don't really want to take that chance. Well, I'm going to hit these steps up here and turn this thing off. Well, we're on the home stretch. This is the last part of it. We'll be up the parking lot. Well, if y'all made it this far, I really appreciate it. And leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and I enjoy reading them. Whew. It was a little bit of a hike, but nothing like the last one last week. Whew. This one was a little bit better and wasn't full of surprises. But anyway, there's the parking lot. Bunch of spirit houses out here too. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and click subscribe and like, and don't miss the next one. I have no idea what it's going to be, but we'll figure something out. But y'all enjoy your day. Bye. Just to kind of give you all an idea, there's a mile marker post on the right hand side that says 16. So apparently we're 16 kilometers from Chiang Mai on the road that goes past Doi Sutep. This kind of, then you got a little curve here. And the parking lot's on the left-hand side, so if y'all want to come, it's pretty easy to find. Anyway, we'll see you later. I'm gonna go get something to drink.